this is my track record. I forgot. I think the slide got misaligned. So I do want to say this is right now we have approximately $5 million of private money and invested money on the streets right now, like right now as we speak. So there's a lot of these gurus out there. I'm going to warn you guys. There's a lot of these gurus out there that did real estate 10 years ago, and what are they doing today? They're not doing real estate. They're teaching real estate. They have webinars and info products and that kind of stuff. You want to know why? You want to know the honest truth? Because it's a lot easier to teach it than it is to do it. Quite frankly, it's a lot easier to teach it than it is to do it. And it's a lot easier to make money teaching people, even though you're not up to speed on what's really happening in today's market. And that's the honest to goodness, like look behind the curtains, real deal Holyfield kind of glance a lot of people don't give you. And so we're doing it right now. We bought 40-something deals last year. We're on target. We'll probably buy about 50 houses this year, and that's where our business is at. And we're not really trying to look to expand it any more than that. We're a small but mighty company is our motto. But more importantly, as we have a track record of 100% performance. So every dollar that we've borrowed from our investors over the years, we have paid back every single dime and nickel. We've always performed on our deals, even deals that have gone sideways. So that's one of the lessons I want to share with you guys tonight, is that if you're not committed to performing on the loans that you're going to take from your private lenders, like get off the webinar right now. Like, I really don't want to share this with you because I want people who have that commitment to whatever it takes. And my friends, whenever you have that commitment, real estate's not that hard. If you've got a map and you've got the mindset, and you just get that commitment level that no matter what, whenever you know what hits the fan, you're committed, you're going to make it happen. It's not that hard, especially, and I should also say, if you've got when I said the map, like the right business model. So one of my things that we're going to talk about tonight as well, how this all kind of ties together, is we invest in deals where we have multiple exit strategies. You don't want to get into this business being like a one-trick pony, or like, for example, you're trying to flip like these $1 million homes. And you know what happens whenever the market tanks? What happens when the market tanks with $1 million home? Like you don't have any other exit strategies except to take a freaking bath, and that's not fun. Been there, done that. It's not fun. So we specifically invest in homes for the workforce of America, blue collar homes, medium price housing, because, well, honestly, I don't care what the market does. The market goes up, the market goes down. The market goes up, the market goes down. The market goes flat. I really don't care, because we're investing right in that sweet spot. We can flip our properties, we can rent our properties. We love to own or finance our properties, and we can wholesale them. We sell them to other investors. So that's really important. That's one of the reasons why we've been able to perform over the years, because I guarantee there's a lot of these high-end flippers and developers that can't say that, right? And so, like, I'm really proud of that. That's my business method, my business strategy, and that's how I teach my students to create a business built to last. All right, so real estate is about knowing the 7 fundamentals. This is one of the books I wrote, and everything ties into this. When I do a webinar, like, there's a good chance you're going to see a slide like this, exactly like this, or similar to this, like built around 7 fundamentals. So tonight we're going to be focusing on financing, number 5, but these are what I consider the 7 fundamentals of real estate, things that you need to know and things that you need to learn, and ultimately you need to master, which isn't that hard with a little bit of training and education, but you need to have a determined mindset. You need to have not just determined, but right, like combining your mindset, what you're determined and committed to do with the right map, with the right team, with the right environment, et cetera, et cetera. You've got to know how to market. You have to know how to generate deal flow, and more specifically, generate deal flow for the specific type of deals that you want to invest in. And our marketing is all geared to bring us the exact homes that we're looking for. 1,500 square foot, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2-car garage, workforce housing in Texas. That's what we market for. You got to know how to evaluate deals quickly and accurately. You have to know how to estimate repairs quickly and accurately. You have to be able to get funding for your deals or you're through. Our funding not typically, just so happens to focus on raising private money, funding all of our deals with private money, with the exception being some long-term financing with banks. We do utilize some credit lines, and we also have used banks for like construction loans on some big construction development stuff that we've done. Rehabbing, you got to figure out this piece about construction. I know a lot of people are nervous and terrified about working with contractors. My friends, this is critical, so you got to know that piece, and you have to master that piece. We've done over 1,000 rehabs over the years, so we know a few things about rehabbing, and I highly recommend that you develop that skill set. It's actually can be a lot of fun if you look at it that way, but a lot of people come into it just like nervous and afraid and scared, and that's where sometimes people get hurt a little bit in this business, not gonna lie to you. And then you have to be able to generate income in any market with multiple exit strategies. So we talked about that already. Flip, rent, owner finance, wholesale. You know what? Like, you can't go broke taking a profit. So these are all profitable, but there's one or two down there that are ultimately gonna create you the most wealth. And I love to flip houses. Man, I love to flip houses. It's my favorite thing to do in the real estate market. Like, I love it. But I also at the same time know the importance of creating wealth with long-term buy and hold strategies and with owner financing for true passive cash flow. So we do all those things. In tonight's webinar, what we're going to talk about is all about that. So if you're ready, my friends, we're diving into this. We're moving fast, right? But not too fast. If you're paying attention, taking notes, then we're going to be good. And look, like, I'm gonna let you know now, like, the excuse department is closed, and I hear this excuse all the time, that I can't invest in real estate because I don't have any money. Well, guess what I didn't have whenever I got started? Had zero dollars to my name. My wife and I were living in an apartment. We had fairly newlyweds, we've been married a few years, but to the point where we just finished paying off our student loans. We both had okay jobs, and I say okay jobs, like making like 35, 40 grand, maybe 50 grand or something like that. But we had a child, we had another baby on the way, and we're freaking broke, right? Like, we paid off these bills, we did this Dave Ramsey thing, and I couldn't stand my job. Couldn't stand my job for a couple of years, several years actually, leading up to that point. And I just got to the point where I was like, enough is enough. Like, what are we doing here? This isn't what I want to do. Even though I could have climbed the corporate ladder, and you know the problem with climbing the corporate ladder, right? Like, every time you look up, like, you're looking at somebody's, it's like somebody's junk's like right in front of your face. That's like, I wasn't down with climbing up the corporate ladder. So, I just got to this point where I wanted something more.